Today, we are going to be talking about the dead internet theory whilst I crochet. So, I'm going to be honest, I really don't super remember how to do this. So, right. It's all coming together. Alright, why I heard it for the first time? Why did I hear it for the first time? It was like yesterday, or the day before. Like, it was very recent. Whatever. I've been doing a lot. I've been very busy. I actually had not heard of this in the literal term, dead internet theory. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, essentially the dead internet theory is a theory, there's different variations, but it's the theory that, where did we go wrong here? It's the theory that the internet actually died in like 2016 to 2017, meaning like the internet as we know it doesn't really exist anymore, and what we participate in and subscribe to and who we interact with is mostly bots and AI, which to a certain degree is very true. A lot of what we consume is AI and bots. But I didn't know like just how much. I will put my sources in the description. I listened to a few podcasts on this, and I tried to listen to ones that weren't too, tinfoil hatty. Because again, I love a conspiracy, but a lot of conspiracies are rooted like in privilege and racism and a lot of times anti-Semitism and blah, 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 blah. A lot of times it's just like QAnon incels. So I try to err on the side of caution. That being said, I did just do the drone video, but I'm looking for clicks. What can I say? All right, let's dive in, shall we? So a really big part of this theory is that these AI bots were created to boost and manipulate algorithms that were monetized. So the algorithms are literally creating algorithms, which is a thing. Google admitted that their algorithms are capable of producing algorithms. Jesus, it's not like a far cry from the truth. You know what I mean? I think that's what's kind of important to keep at the forefront here. So first of all, this theory started on the terrifying part of the internet, like 4chan. That's where it got traction. And the suggestion is that these bots have taken over the algorithms to produce content that is designed to distract the public from what is really going on. I'm leaning more towards it being possible that, we are certainly using algorithms to monetize more freely and to produce content that is easily subscribed to. Certainly. That's more where my head's at. The big, Orwellian distraction theory, I believe to a certain degree, because I don't believe that the government is normally truthful with the American people, but this seems like a lot of work. You know what I mean? Not a lot of work to keep flourishing a capitalist society. Absolutely, that's what we live for. That's what we are a part of. We are subscribing to that game. Me making this video is in some part subscribing to that game, right? I digress. So bots are believed to account for the majority of online activity. There was a study that indicated that bots generate over half of web traffic. I literally just had to read that again. It's crazy. So those are both good bots and bad bots, and bots look different for everybody. So I'm sure you're probably familiar with TikTok bots. They all kind of have the same profile picture. What do we think? I think we got to go a little more. They typically have similar profile pictures. They post or comment the same thing on every video, and the common thread is that they don't really engage by watching. They just comment or share or whatever. These are really popular on YouTube. So much so that YouTube was so scared when they found out the amount of web traffic was bots that they were worried about this phenomenon called the inversion, which is where the bots would become the more prevalent source of traffic on the internet. So much so that their protection system would recognize human traffic as the bad or the artificial, like, and flag it. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Obviously, you know, ChatGPT and the like have made all things like this just that much more easy to access. You know, it's brought the power of what once took, you know, corporations of people and people who understood technology. That's not the case anymore. Anyone can create a deep fake today. That's a really scary thing, right? So because of this, platforms like Facebook and Reddit are more so populated by AI generated posts than anything. And these posts are tailored to what you subscribe to. You see this a lot. Ding, ding, ding. Like in the election, there's so much. I mean, we saw this with the war in Gaza. Like, there's so much fact checking that has to go into what you're consuming now that it's just like, God, sometimes it's just really not worth it. And now we're banning TikTok, which truthfully, sometimes that's the only place I get my information. So I don't know. Obviously, the argument is that this phenomenon is creating like a controlled digital environment. Think very 1984, like we said. What the distraction would be from, I really don't know, because all this shit in the US seems to be at the forefront. If they're distracting us from something bigger than what's going on here, thanks in advance. Truly. A lot of people think that the theory exaggerates the scale. Oh, see, well, that's too big. See what happens? I start gabbing and what was a beanie turns into a scarf. You definitely have to go more than you think, always. I think my brother's head is smaller than mine now. A little bit smaller. I feel like that's a good starting point. I'm kind of scared. Why is that bad? You know, where does that leave us? Because essentially, the algorithms are creating a feedback loop, right? Where, oh, fucking Jesus. Anyways, the algorithms are creating like this feedback loop where real people are engaging in content that doesn't actually exist, but then they're just stuck in this, you know, kind of misinformation loop, which is quite scary. I mean, it's definitely frightening. Because of this, many platforms rely on the algorithms to promote and moderate content, and for that reason, it goes like completely unchecked by humans because the algorithms are rating the algorithms. The AI is in charge of the AI because it is so interlaced with our current state of affairs. I'm like, that's just crazy. Crazy, but probably true. So, like I said, comments is the big one. Automated like comment systems that just go from post to post commenting tend to blur the lines of like what is natural and what's organic, because now that the traffic is primarily artificial, like we said, way more than 50% at this point, because I think that study is outdated. And places like Facebook, I think, come out to say that it's actually more like 80% of their traffic. Who are we interacting with? Who's the truth? You know what I mean? What's true content? What's actually real? It makes it like a simulation, which is really crazy. I don't know, kind of a fun Vlogmas for you. I heard the theory today and I wanted to just talk about it because it really rocked my shit a little bit. It really made me feel good because it made me feel like nothing matters. Like, especially online stuff. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, I'm currently trying to make money online legally. And I've been getting really down on myself because it's really hard. And if you're in that same position, remember, it's not real people who don't like you. You are probably so freaking cool that robots can't regenerate you so easily. That's how I'm taking it. Anyways, happy Vlogmas. I'll see you tomorrow.